Hello, everybody, and welcome to Day 2, Draft 2 of the Khans of Tarkir Arena Open. That's right, in this draft, if I can get to 4 match wins before 0 match losses, I will win $2,000, and yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff. I couldn't record Draft 1 because I was drafting in the skies while flying on a flight, so raining down hellfire from above. But let's see what we shall see in our first pack. The card that immediately jumps out to me is Ice Feather Aven. Just absolutely fantastic. It just fits so well in your morph decks, and is a card that I find it hard to imagine I would pass here. Just slam dunk card in Teamer decks or Sultai decks. There's Ugin's Nexus as a mythic, doesn't do anything. Horde Mate is really only for Mardu decks, and even then it's a little bit borderline. The commons, like I like Treasure Cruise in my decks sometimes, but it's hard to take Delve cards really early. It just tanks your draft because it's hard to use them, and you want to kind of have that slot open for later, because you can't really fit too many Delve spells in a lot of decks. Ponyback's pretty solid. Jungle Hollow's fine, but this is a pretty easy Ice Feather Aven, I would say. And as far as uncommons go, this one's pretty good. If you play it as a 2-mana 2/2 flyer, you can do some serious damage. And then most of the time in the mid game, you just play this as a 6-mana bouncer guy on the installment plan. Nice. Bear's Companion is really, really good. Huge amount of power and toughness. I think it's a pretty clear pick here. So the way this pack kind of goes is there's like the strong single colored card of Debilitating Injury, but there's Bear's Companion, which not only fits with the Ice Feather Aven, but I could also play Sultai and splash this card, and 5 mana for 6/6 worth of stats across 2 bodies is just really good. So yeah, I think it's enough better than Debilitating Injury. Could be one of the best cards in my deck, and in such a high stakes environment, I'm just gonna follow my path for a little bit here. I mean, the rare is missing, so I don't get a huge signal here. They could have taken a Teamer rare, but this card's pretty dang powerful, and I think it's worth taking here. Other than that, I would take Debilitating Injury. It could lead me towards a Sultai deck, but we'll get the Bear's Companion. And now there's a Trap Essence. This card is good, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong at all. This card is really powerful, but it's kind of hard to use sometimes because holding up 3 mana is a little bit tricky sometimes. Like, sure, you can hold up Ice Feather Aven plus Trap Essence, but I think I'm just going to take Savage Punch. This card's really excellent, and still leaves me open to play Sultai. It's between Savage Punch, Woolly Loxodon, and the Trap Essence. The fact that this only counters creatures is just so narrow, though, especially because sometimes they just spend their mana flipping their morphs, and I think Savage Punch has been reliably great for me. I like Woolly Loxodon a ton, too, but really happy to see a Savage Punch. Tusk Guard Captain is also pretty good. Sage of the Inward Eye. 5 mana, 3/4 that can give your guys lifelink. Not really the same direction as all these green cards. There is a Crippling Chill, which I also like. It's between that and the Tusk Guard Captain for me. I'm just going to stick to blue-green, though. This is a really good card in blue-green, but I like playing this on turn 3 because then you can Outlast it on turn 4 and play another morph a lot of the time. And just activating 1 for Outlast is pretty good. So gonna try to stick to blue-green as much as possible for now. This card's pretty solid, though. It's not, like, crazy good, but it could be a bit of a signal late. Seeing it pick 4. I love Force Away. Force Away is fantastic. So far, my main worry is I don't have any lands, but if I'm sticking to blue-green mostly, I don't have to worry about that. And Force Away is premium. Just, you often are able to loot with this, and I'd say this draft is going really well considering we don't have any rares. Okay. Feet of Resistance is really strong. Ponyback Brigade is maybe the best card in the pack after Feet of Resistance. Highland Game could fit into a blue-green tempo deck. I'm really not a fan of Sagu Archer. Is there any way I could play Bant? Or just, I'm not going to splash Feet of Resistance, I don't think. I think I'll just take Highland Game, or I'm not going to play Dragon's Grip either. Not really in the market for that guy either. I could just take Mardu Skull Hunter and like leave the option open to playing Sultai, but even if I played Sultai, I wouldn't really want this card. I'll just take the Highland Game. Maybe I want it. Probably not, though. Okay. Pick 7. There's a Dragon's Grip. There's a Sagu Archer. Swift Spear is not really my favorite. Defiant Strike can be good in Jeskai decks. Blue isn't seeming... I mean, we did get a Force Away, and we have some decent blue, but we started off with our blue cards. We don't really want this card. I think I'll just take Dragon Grip or Sagu Archer. I really don't like Sagu Archer. Not that this card's particularly great. Ooh, I do like Mystic of the Hidden Way. Really nice in these blue-green tempo decks. Kind of feel like I'm back on track with this pick. Water Whirl's not my favorite. What did we wheel? Bring Low, definitely a removal spell you can use. So, yeah. We don't have any lands right now, but we've just been taking Teamer cards the entire time. So, we've got plenty of stuff to do, I'd say. There's Tormenting Voice. There's a Weave Fate. I'd say I'm more likely to be heavier blue and want to sideboard in Weave Fate. The Tormenting Voice is pretty good. I think I don't want to pass blue cards, though. Embodiment of Spring. I could see sideboarding that in for certain matchups. Now I get late Sagu Archer. I don't really mind passing this guy. This card's pretty bad, and this card's pretty bad. Nice. So we got a couple Sagu Archers, even though they're bad. Let's just cut all the cards I hope not to play. Still got out of pack one with some decent stuff, at least, and some marginal cards we could play. Teamer Banner last. Hopefully don't have to play that. Well, this card's pretty good in any deck that can cast it. Double Strike and Prowess just hits like a truck. Double red is tricky, though. I could just take a Savage Punch. Or Willy Locks it on. Like, I really try strongly to avoid double red, especially because red is my splash color at the moment with my early blue-green. I'm just going to take Savage Punch. I love Savage Punch. This could hurt me in pack 3, but red already wasn't open in pack, 1. Okay, now there's another Force Away. There's also Swiftwater Cliffs. Force Away or Swiftwater. Force Away or Swiftwater. Kind of want to just take Force Away. This card is pretty excellent. How many creatures do I have? 4 creatures. This is like a really, really good card. I think I'm just going to take the Swiftwater Cliffs. I already have 1 Force Away, and I need the lands if I'm going to ever build a functional deck. Hopefully I can wheel the long shot squad there. Arc Lightning getting rewarded a little bit. Maybe I can wheel the Grizzly. Grizzly's great with the 2 Savage Punches. I think Arc Lightning's good, though. Could be a nice 2-for-1. Kind of want the Grizzly, but I think this card's better. This pack is great. It's got this guy, it's got this guy, and it's got the land that's going to help me cast everything. I'm just going to take the land. It's tough, though. I would take the Snowhorn Rider, but I need to be able to cast my spells. Sultai Charm. Kintree Warden. Just going to stick to my Teamer guns here. This card doesn't kill all the creatures you care about killing, even. Now there's a Mystic of the Hidden Way over a Scion of Glaciers. Not really in the market for a Sandbar. I already have, like, a Highland game that I could play in that slot. I'll just take this card. Maybe I get a couple black lands for free. Sure. There was a Mardu Warshrieker. And I already have a Highland game that I'm not playing. Yep. I feel like this pack has gone a little bit pretty well overall. We have some wheel opportunities that I would like to be able to capitalize on. The deck overall is a bit low power level, unfortunately, but we're going to be able to cast our spells decently well. Really don't like Witness of Ages. Sandbar. I'll take Awaken. Yeah, Awaken the Bear's not my favorite. I guess I'll just take Sandbar. Maybe I just take this and just, if I do want to build like a tempo-y deck, all these little bounce spells and effects like that could help. Yeah, I wish I had wheeled that 4-2. Or a long shot squad or something. I'm really going to have to hope for a big pack 3. Because this is not going well. It's just low power level. Ooh, last pick Scion. That's actually a playable card. Trail of Mysteries. How many morphs do I have? I mean, I don't want to play these ones, really. There's another Savage Punch, another Tuskguard Captain. There's a land that I wouldn't mind wheeling. I wouldn't mind wheeling Treasure Cruise. There's a lot of good stuff in here. One, two, three, 4, 5. Got a lot of morphs for this card. I'm just going to take Tuskguard Captain, though. Or I could just take another Savage Punch. I'm just going to keep taking Savage Punches. Beautiful. Bivouac is great. Because the thing is my morph count is deceptive. Like, I don't want to play either the Sagu Archers or the Abomination of Godol. Bivouac really helps my mana here. I don't really want to play the Flock or the Kintree Warden. I could have seen passing the Savage Punch, though. Yeah, this is just a deck. It's got some good cards going on. Nothing too exceptional. Treasure Cruise is nice. As my one Delve spell. Tower Shell. Sultai Soothsayer. The cards have just been kind of weak overall, but this is a nice pickup. I really like it. Nice little burn away. I really wish I could get the Snowhorn Rider to wheel, or the Mystic to wheel, or the Land to wheel. I've got 3, 4... I don't have any big creatures, unfortunately, to go with these Savage Punches as much. Like, I would love a long shot squad or something. I would play Dragon Scale Boon. I'm probably going to wheel something out of this pack. Nice. Woolly Loxodon is great. I think it's better than the Pine Walker. Just 6/7 for 6 is a little better than 5/5 for 5, I think. Already have one of those. Okay, so we got the Loxodon. Now we get a Smoke Teller. Beautiful. Love me another Tuskguard Captain. I wouldn't mind a Savage Punch, but I just need the extra stats at the moment. Barrage can be really good in the right matchup. I think better than Singing Bell Strike. We're hoping to wheel some stuff here. I think Barrage could be good. Beautiful. We got a land back. That's huge. Every land we get is gravy here. We have enough playables already. I already have one Treasure Cruise. There's a Smoke Teller, but I already have one Smoke Teller already. Land is great. Island Game. I probably will play that. My deck is just trying to be a tempo-y deck, I think. Awaken the Bear. Beautiful. Actually, Snowhorn Rider came back. That's huge. I love Snowhorn Rider. I wouldn't have minded the boon thing. 2 Tuskguard Captains is nice. Awaken the Bear is questionable. I don't think I need Wetland Sandbar. I wish I had some flyers. But I do have 2 of the Mystics, and I got a couple of good wheels that pack. So I'm not going to play this, not going to play this, not going to play this. I like sideboarding that sometimes. Could play Dragon Grip. Don't like main decking that either. Don't like main decking that. Dragon Grip is the closest to being main deckable. This is a fine sideboard card, maybe. I'm going to play 18 lands. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's my worst card? Waterwhirl is in contention for worst card. One of the Highland games is definitely up there in terms of bad cards. I think Mardu Warshrieker is probably fine because I can like attack, play that, play a morph. How many morphs do I have? Double blue's kind of tricky for that guy, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just gonna cut the Mardu Warshrieker, I think. Waterwhirl has some potential. Awaken the Bear could also be bad. I like Awaken the Bear because I play it with Savage Punch. It lets me do some stuff, maybe. Like push through a bunch of damage. It's a nice little combo. I have 3 Savage Punches. I like that with the Tuskguard Captains, I think. Barrage of Boulders. I got 1 Highland game. What's my colors looking like? Mostly green. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 green sources. 5, 6, 7, 8 blue sources. 3, 4, 5, 6 red sources. That's really good mana. That's going to be a huge asset for my deck. Well, let's hope for the best. This is going to be the build, I think. Waterwhirl, a bit questionable, but we'll see what we can do with it. And we could maybe replace it with something down the road or sideboard stuff. Anyway, I'll see you folks in the games. Before I get to the matches, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons who support my channel at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Patreon is basically a way to tip the channel if you've been enjoying it, if you've been finding more success in your drafts thanks to my strategy content, but also you gain access to some cool rewards in the process, like my card-by-card tier list and other cool perks. So it's like if you tipped a waiter at a restaurant and then they brought you a free piece of pie. So it's kind of like a cool win-win situation if you are enjoying my videos and want to support my channel anyway. I want to give a special shout out to those who support the channel at the credits level. It really does mean a lot and it really does help out the channel. Without further ado, though, let's get to the games. Welcome to round 1. This is a good hand. Sure. Oh, they're not outlasting. That's probably good for me, honestly. I'm going to get a Tuskguard Captain. I want to draw a second untapped land here. That's good. So I'm going to take 6 next turn. I play this. No, I'm not, because they can't attack with their 2/2. So they're playing Abzan. Nice. Oh, that's a really good play for me. So they have 3 cards. I will trade these off if I can. A little bit worried about Abzan Charm wrecking me here. Okay, Dragon Scale. Sure. We're in okay shape here. We have some big guys coming out. Okay. Just gonna kill that guy while I can. Keep growing, my dude. Keep taking 2. Sending for 5. I'm going to accept a defeat to a pump spell here. It has to be like specifically Smite the Monstrous. Okay. Okay. I have 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. If I draw a land, then I can kill them soon. So I can hit them for 7. They attack me down to 1, play both their guys. Then if I draw a land, I win. Because then I can flip this and play this. Which makes me have way too much trample for them to block, I think. Because they'll have 6 toughness. Oh, got me. That's tough. I almost held back my guy. So knowing they have multiple Alpine Grizzlies, multiple Dragon Scale boons. That card's probably pretty good. Did I see a single 1 toughness creature? I did not. Oh, that was tough. That was such a close game. I was like just turning the corner and I could have done some things slightly differently. Ugh. Gosh. Ugh. That was a tough loss. I really wanted to win that game. Obviously, you want to win all the games, but I feel like that one was like, there was a lot of close decisions. Like how much to outlast the Tusk Guard captain versus attacking versus holding him back to block. Versus just bouncing their 2 guys and attacking them versus playing my 2 morphs first. Gosh, well, I will play first here. This is a keeper. I need to draw a land, but you know, I'm playing 18. They're on a mulligan. That's good. I do have the ideal start. If I draw 2 lands, I think I'm very likely to win this game. Because I can go Smoke Teller, Tusk Guard Captain, Outlast, play another Morph, then have my bounce spell. Plus a Savage Punch and stuff. I really wish I had an Alpine Grizzly. I should have prioritized it maybe, but I don't know what I was supposed to take it over. I took these Savage Punches very highly because I think they're good. They're just so good in the mid to late game. Gosh, they top decked that card to win too. Because if they play their 2 guys, they have 6 toughness, let's just say. And I have 5, 10, 13. So I'm actually I couldn't have killed them maybe. Maybe I was just short. Because they block the 0-4 on my 5-6. Anyway, I'm not going to think about it. I think getting this guy down is the most important. They're playing aggro. They don't have blue mana yet, though. It's likely they have Dragon Scale Boon. Okay, they're just using it straight up. Okay. Shocking to me. So they take Smoke Teller, but they're toast. Whatever they play this turn, I can bounce it. Woo! We're heading to game 3. Okay. This is where legends are made. They have a Woolly Loxodon. They have a Despise. My deck is already geared for the matchup. Adding the Highland game was already pretty good. Just hoping for a functional opening hand with good mana. That's the thing my deck has that other decks might not have, is really good mana. So I'm going to have to mulligan less. Man, this is such a high-stress game. Being on the draw in this matchup isn't great. I mean, both players that have been on the play have won. Fairly convincingly. I mean, never mind, their win was not super convincing. They barely got there. Okay, we have perfect mana again. I hope they mulligan. I really do. Okay. This is our ideal curve. We even get to do it with a second Tusk Guard Captain. Okay, it looks like they don't necessarily have it. Okay. Come on, just keep drawing lands, deck. Keep feeding me the lands. Okay. I need to draw my interaction. So they do not have Dragon Scale. That's a given now. Okay. Maybe instead of outlasting, I should have played the Highland game. So they didn't have Dragon Scale Boon before. This face down card could be a 6/7. I'm just going to flip this thing. It is a 6/7. Good to know. Sure. Funny thing. They can only kill one of my guys anyway. I was going to block like that anyway, so that's good for me. No! Removal, removal, removal. So I have 3 turns to draw something now. Or another gain land to buy myself some time. Gosh, Sultai Scavenger's in the way. I don't think I can outrace them. I have to try find an answer to this Sultai Scavenger. I have 3 of my fight spells in my deck still. Okay. They have another Roar of Challenge? Well, I got one draw step to answer their flyer. Oh, it's so tough. I found one interactive spell this whole game. I needed a Savage Punch. That is tough. Gainland would also buy me a turn. Got Ice Feather Aven, Gainland, Savage Punch, either of my 2 bounce spells. I've got outs. Oh! No! Oh, it's so frustrating. Gosh darn it. Oh my gosh. Dang it! Oh! This was a matchup I could have won. Their deck didn't have any crazy rares in it. We're just battling out. I felt like I had to kill their 4-2 at the time because I was trying to play around Dragon Scale Boon. Gosh! Oh, man. Gosh. If I'd drawn... So at the end there, I had Rugged Highlands, or one of my 2 Gainlands. I had 2 Gainlands. I had Bring Low. I had Burn Away. I had Water Whirl. I had any of my 3 Savage Punches, and I had Force Away, and I had Ice Feather Aven. I had 10 outs that all would have been buying me at least one more turn. Gosh darn it. And then I had Treasure Cruise, which could have drawn me into one of those, potentially. Gosh darn it. Oh, that's so frustrating. I have a lot of removal in this deck. Like, way more than I normally would, too. Oh. Dang. Well, if you did enjoy it, and you made it all the way to the let me know in the comment section down below. Leave hashtag Teamer in the comment section down below to let me know you made it to the end of the video. Frustrating loss, though. So, I'll talk to you folks next time.